Hey everybody, welcome back, and on today's video I'm going to be setting up this calltools account in under 10 minutes. Yes, you heard that right. I'm going to be setting up the sales funnel, the call dispositions, creating a campaign, and making sure that the campaign is running efficiently. That way you are able to actually take people out of the campaign that say they're not interested, wrong number, whatever the case is. So I am going to be making sure that the sales funnel, the call disposition, the phone numbers, the phone number strategy, the phone group, that everything is set up correctly. Because if your dialer is not set up right, then guess what? Your call dispositions aren't working. If you talk to someone and they're not the owner, you're going to call them again, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to sit on the dialer wasting time. You want to make sure it's set up correctly. That way you can go through your list and start removing people that are the wrong number or they're not interested. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up your dialer, and I am going to try to keep it under 10 minutes because I realize that all my other call tools videos are like 30 minutes long, and I know some of you guys just want to get through this and do it in 10 minutes. So we're in here, we're logged into the client's account. Now, if you guys are interested in booking a one-on-one private meeting so I can set this up for you, check the link below. And if you're not interested, don't worry, because in this video, I'm literally going to show you what you need to do to set up your dialer to protect your numbers from being seen as spam, and also to set up your call disposition so you're not wasting time and you're not calling people back that already told you they're not interested, wrong numbers, or maybe they were interested, right? You don't want to call that person again asking if they want to sell because you've already spoken to them. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we want to make sure we are here in the manager side of things. We don't want to be in the agent dashboard making calls because we got to actually get on the back end and set up some stuff. So let's go first to phone numbers. So we're going to go to phone numbers. And this client has already purchased phone numbers, so we're not going to have to do that. You need to keep in mind that you need to protect your phone numbers, which is why we're going to create a caller ID strategy and basically put all our numbers in a group, and the strategy is going to tell the system what to do with those numbers. And we're going to create a rule so each number does not make more than 75 calls per day, so it's not being marked as spam. Because if your numbers are being marked as spam, nobody is going to pick up the phone and you're going to waste time. So you got to decide, am I going to call for 8 hours? If I'm going to call for 8 hours, then I'm probably going to be making somewhere around 800 calls or so. So you're going to need about 19 numbers, okay? Because you can only make 75 dials per number per day. So if we just take out a calculator here, right? We got our calculator right here, and we do 800 divided by 75 equals 10 numbers. Okay, so if we're only making 800 dials per day, then we're only going to need 10 numbers, okay? Now, typically, I want to be honest, like if you are calling on a dialer for 8 hours, you're probably going to be anywhere from 800 to 1,000 dials. So make sure you have enough numbers. So that's the first step. You want to purchase enough numbers. I would say go ahead and purchase 15, maybe 19 numbers. You want to make sure that how many dials, you calculate how many dials you're going to make per day. And as I mentioned, if you're going to call for 8 hours, you're going to make about 800 to 1,000 dials, which means you need anywhere from like 10 to 15 numbers, because each number should only make 75 dials per day. You don't want it to go above that amount because then it's going to be marked as spam. Okay, so first thing you'll do is you'll go to purchase and you'll put name. I like to put the date, so we'll put May 7th, 2024. And then you'll go here and you'll purchase the correct amount of numbers that you need for the amount of dials that you're going to make, so that way you're not using one number to make a bunch of dials and it's being marked as spam. So you're going to purchase here, you'll go to the state and you'll search the area code and you'll confirm. Once you confirm, it's going to purchase your numbers. You just sit back, refresh, and it should load the numbers here that you're going to use for the dialer. Now, the next step after you've purchased your numbers is you want to go to caller ID groups. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to create a group and you're going to put all those numbers in that group. So here we already have all those numbers in this group. We already have a group with all our numbers in there, but you would just click create caller ID. You would just put a name, I'm putting test. Great, so we put test, and then you'll put all your numbers inside that group. Yes, add caller IDs from group. Now, once you have that set up, right, we purchased our numbers, we put all the numbers in a group. The next step is the caller ID strategy. Now, you want to make sure you have a rule, a caller ID strategy that is preventing your numbers from making more than 75 calls per day. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create caller ID strategy. We're going to name this the 75 daily limit. And you might put your market, right? Like whatever your market is, you put it in here. And then you want to use automatic. And you're going to select your group, the group that we created with all our numbers. And then we're going to select max dials daily, 75. And then deactivate campaign when all caller IDs hit their max daily. And then save. So we bought our numbers, we set up our group, we created the strategy, and now the next step is to go and create our call dispositions. We're going to go to data, and we're going to go down here to call dispositions, and you want to make sure that these are set up correctly. You're going to need, for yes, people that are interested, you're going to need a callback for when they say, hey, call me back, or you connect to a voicemail, you want the system to call them back. And then not interested, meaning you spoke to the owner and they are not looking to sell their house. This is going to take the contact out, so you're not calling any other numbers for that contact. Wrong number, Spanish, DNC all numbers, DNC this number. Now let's click edit. Cool, so this is how you want it. Yes, interested, auto hang up, and save. Now call back again, same thing, just the auto hang up and save. Now the not interested is the same, right? You only want it to auto hang up. Now for DNC all numbers, you do want these two checked off, but these should already be automatically checked off. Then DNC this number needs to look exactly like this. Auto hang up, no contact made, set phone number DNC, and save. Cool. And now you can add any other dispositions that you want, but these are the only ones that you're really going to need. That someone's, let's refresh the page. Someone's interested, you want to call them back again, maybe there was no answer, or they told you to call them back. Not interested, wrong number, DNC all numbers, and DNC this number. There we go. So that's done. We have just set up our call dispositions. And now the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to hop over here and start creating a campaign. So we're going to go to campaigns. And we already have one here. So I'm just going to edit this. But you can honestly, actually, let's just create one. So let's create one here. Campaign. We'll click create. So we want to go to campaigns, and then we want to click create campaign, and we want to put the name here. So we'll name this campaign 1, but typically you want to put the market and the type of list you're calling, and you can put that in the description if you want. Then you want to check active. Live filter. Okay, then for live filter, what we're going to do, this is where we're going to link the list to the campaign. So this is where we'll go in here. We can create one. And we will create new campaign. We can turn this on. We can turn this off. And now here is where we would look for our list, right? Because we should have uploaded our list by simply, I'll show you in a second, but you go to contacts and you upload your list. And when you upload it, you have to tag it, which is basically give it a name. And here we have our list. It's called April Stack List. That is the list. And now we're going to go over here to exclude, and we want to select last call disposition. We want to make sure that we're excluding the people that said they're not interested, people that said they are interested, and DNC all numbers, right? Because that means the entire contact has been DNC'd. So not interested, yes interested, and DNC. Anytime we press these buttons on a contact, we want them to never be added back to this campaign, right? Because they said they weren't interested, they were the property owner, or they said they were interested, we qualified them, and they're already in our CRM. And DNC all numbers, meaning we talked to someone and we decided to DNC all the numbers for that contact, right? We talked to the property owner, they were super pissed, and so we're DNCing all the numbers. Cool. So those are the only ones you need. You click save, and now sales funnel. This sales funnel, I'm going to show you guys in a second. I should have probably showed you first. There is a sales funnel that the system already comes with, so you can just press that in the meantime. And then here is where you turn on call recording, and here's where you would add the script, whatever script you wanted to say when you're calling the sellers, you can put that in here. And then allow mobile numbers, you want to allow. Okay, this allows you to call mobile numbers. Now caller ID strategy, you want to select the strategy that is basically going to prevent your numbers from making 75 calls or more per day. So for caller ID strategy, you want to make sure you select the strategy that we created, which is basically going to tell the campaign, hey, I'm using this group of numbers, and with that group, I want to make sure that none of those numbers go over $75 per day. So we'll click that. And then channels per agent, you always want to stay at 3 or less. So we'll select 3. And now we can go over here and save it. We have just created our campaign. And now we can also go over here to connectors, members. We can add ourselves as a member. And for the connectors, we want to add, Zillow, Google Maps. And for the call dispositions, we want to add all of them. We want all these call dispositions added. Just like that. Great. So now our campaign is almost ready to go. As you can see, we have the name, everything is set up. The only thing that we need is okay. And now I would check this off. Me personally, I check this off and allow. And now the next thing that we need, and the final thing, is our sales funnel. So we want to hop into our sales funnel. We're going to go over here. We're going to go to edit. Okay, so what we're going to do now is set up our sales funnel. We're going to go to data. We're going to go to sales funnel. Then we're going to edit the main account sales funnel. And now you're going to delete everything that's available for that sales funnel. And we're going to set it up this way. So once you've deleted everything that is in the sales funnel, we're going to begin. So first thing I'm going to do is add sales funnel rule. And we're going to do default. We're going to do, and then we're going to click outbound call, not live, catch all. 1 out of 1. Action, set ready to call after 15 minutes. Save. Now we're going to go ahead and copy that rule. And copy it, 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 and copy it. Now we're going to go to the second one, and we're going to do 2 out of 2. We're going to save that. We're going to do 3 out of 3. And we're going to do 2 hours. 4 out of 4. And we're going to do 35 minutes. 5 out of 5. And we're going to do 1 day. 6 out of 6. And we're going to do 35 minutes. 7 out of 7. We're going to go ahead now and do 15 minutes. 8 out of 8. We're going to do another 15 minutes. And now we're going to copy that rule again. because we want up to 14. So we'll copy, copy, copy. Okay, we finished at 8. Now we're going to go to 9 out of 9. So once we've called them for the 9th time, we want to wait 5 days. This is the sales funnel, right? Basically, how our campaign is going to call the list. So it's going to call a number for the contact, and if they don't pick up, it's going to try again and again and again. And this is just telling the system, wait 15 minutes after the first time you call, wait 15 minutes after the second time you call. After the 3rd time, wait 2 hours, 4th time, 35 minutes, 5th time. And we want it to call each number 14 times. During a span of, 15, 2 hours, 35 minutes, right? So there's enough time to kind of give the seller or the person we're calling, if, maybe they're at work or something like that. This gives us enough time to not call them every minute. If they don't pick up, we wait 15 minutes, another 15 minutes, 2 hours, 35 minutes. So 1 day. So let's go over here, select 8, 9, 10 out of 10. We're going to do 25 minutes, 11 out of 11, we're going to do 15 minutes, and then 12 out of 12, we're going to do 8 hours. So 8 hours, just like that. $13 out of 13. $14 out of 14, we're going to do 2 hours. Well, 1 hour. So 13 out of 13, we're going to do 45 minutes. There we go. So we set up our sales funnel. Now we do need another rule in here, which is for the callback disposition. So we're going to do add new rule. This is going to be agent call disposition, call back again. And we're going to do 1 out of 1, which is going to call after 1 day. One day. Save, and now we're just going to copy that 6 times. Okay, now 2 out of 2. So basically when we press the callback disposition, if it calls first time and they don't pick up, then the 2nd time and the 3rd time, 4th time, it's going to tell the system how long to wait to call them back. So let's do 1 day, then 45 minutes, 3 out of 3. Let's do 45 minutes again, 4 out of 4. Let's do 1 day, 5 out of 5. Let's do 1 hour, and then 6 out of 6. Let's do 5 hours. Okay, basically giving it enough time. And that's it. That is the call disposition. That is it. We just set up our sales funnel. We're going to go back to the call center campaigns. We're going to go to the campaign that we created. We're going to go to settings, and we're just going to make sure that the sales funnel is there. Perfect. Great. We have everything else set up. You can add a script in here if you'd like, but you can pretty much save this. This campaign is ready to go. One thing I didn't show you was how to upload your list, and all you would do is go to data, contacts. You would come to upload contact, and you would just upload contacts, or upload contact if you want to upload just one individual contact. You would click upload contact, you would drop the file in there, and you would map the first name, last name, address, and I would recommend up to 4 numbers for the contact. After the 4th number, if you have good skip tracing, it's really not going to be the property owner, so I wouldn't upload all 8 numbers for a contact. I would only upload up to 4 numbers for a contact. So once you've uploaded it, it's going to give you the option to tag it, and you want to tag the name of the list. So if it's a probate list, high equity list, and the date. That way, once you've uploaded and tagged it, you can go to your campaign, you can edit the campaign, and then when you go to the live filter, you are going to be able to come in here and select the tag. Basically select the name of the list, so then the campaign is calling that list. And then down over here, we are excluding these call dispositions, so we don't call anyone that we DNC'd, or they're not, or they said they're interested and they're already in our CRM, or someone that said they're not interested. So that is pretty much it. We've went ahead and set up a campaign on Call Tools. We went ahead and put ourselves as the member. We added any connectors. We added all the call dispositions, and we're pretty much ready to now hop in here, go to the agent dashboard, come to campaigns, and press join, and you will be joining a campaign. That's it, guys. That's as best as I can explain it. Make sure you have enough phone numbers for the volume of calls that you're making. 75 dials per day per number. So if you're making 800 dials to $1,000, you're going to need anywhere from 14 to 19 numbers. And yeah, you purchase the numbers, you put them in a group, you create a strategy, you set up your sales funnel, you create the campaign, you add yourself to the campaign, you add all the call dispositions to the campaign, you can add a script. I turned off the federal DNC list because I want to call everyone on my list. I allowed mobile numbers, and I turned call recording on. Then you should be able to go ahead and start making calls. Peace.